Alright guys, Gaming Compute, I want to turn your attention to some content that might be of some help and some use to you. I believe the content creator and instructor, he was previously the instructor of Course Careers digital marketing course, and then he also has his own course through Rich and Niche. So RICH plus NICHE. I want to turn your attention to his most recent live from Twitch. It was about a week ago, a little over a week ago now. He went live again, providing some valuable content about how to make start a YouTube sorry, I'm blanking on the word, agency. So agencies, if you don't know, are a better way to scale. For example, say if you know how to create a blog, right? Plain and simple. You know how to create a blog. You're good with SEO. Whatever your blog is talking about, you're already driving organic traffic. Say you're on Medium, you're paying your $5 a month. You're getting that traffic. Maybe you're driving traffic there from other sources. Who knows? But, you've got traction. Now, how many posts can you post a day yourself? Let's say you can post one an hour. Maybe it takes you time to edit and then maybe a 30-minute break after or whatever. Let's say it's 2 hours per 1,500 word article. That means, in an 8-hour day, you could write about 4 decent articles. And how long is it going to take for you to run out of content, Even if you are searching keywords, even if you are very, very well versed in whatever it is that you are recording on or writing on. Let's say if you can write 1 article per hour. And I'm not talking about using AI. I'm not talking about, just mass producing AI content. Just like, hey, ChatGPT, make me a 1,500 word article on this and make it SEO optimized and, pump that out. I mean, that isn't going to rank too easily on Google. Google's wise to it. It's not really best practices. Now, you can use AI to your advantage in a lot of ways. Kind of using it more conversationally, diving into questions with it, having it to maybe express more details on a topic. Say, for example, if my topic on ChatGPT, maybe if I want to write a general article on, elderly people and joint inflammation, joint pain, and, the potential soothing effects of CBD, a CBD topical. Maybe I have an affiliate link for this topical. Maybe I've used it and I've found it effective, so I have pretty much a lot to say about it. Say if I use that as an example, worst practice would be writing into ChatGPT, hey, ChatGPT, write me a 1,500 word article about product XYZ, CBD product and elderly joint inflammation, and then copying and pasting that. That would not be good. A better way to engage with ChatGPT if you're going to write a blog article would be, maybe start there. And then say if you ask ChatGPT after that, the next question, write me 5 helpful use tips for CBD topicals. Expand on the first topic, on number 1. And who was the first, researcher to study how topic number 1 became one of the 5 best uses, and give me, a 1-paragraph history on that scientist. And, you have more data to work with there. Now you know the name of a scientist, the name of some history, facts about it. You can take that number 1 and expand on it a lot. You could write probably a whole article on that. Now, it's not just one printed out thing. It's multiple questions, a back and forth answer system, as you know. And then you could take those 5 topics, expand on each of those topics, keep asking it more and more questions about each of those topics, and now you have 5 articles that you can expand on in your own words as well. That is a better use of ChatGPT than just write me a 15-page article, right? A 1,500-word article. Guys, it is long. It is a long day. I've been studying for over 8 hours today. I am wiped. I don't even know why I'm recording, but I'm recording. Here we are. I felt like it, so I had my little decaf coffee, and I'm like, let me top off the night with something productive. It's been raining all day. I hate rain. It's, we need it, but as someone who lives in Southern California, if I can't go to the beach, I don't want it, like, I'm not into this rainy stuff. So yeah. But agencies in general, if you know how to write blog articles, you can create a blog copywriting agency. Now, it takes a lot of organization. You'd have to have access to people to write these articles. You'd have to have access to people who want articles, right? So you need customers and you need writers at the very least. You need your customers to be paying. Likely they'd be paying you, and you'd be providing the additional funds of however much of a percentage you want to take to give it to the people who are writing. If you want to be the one in charge of editing, you have to know a thing or two. You can't just hire a bunch of people who don't know how to write blog posts and then have them writing blog posts for people, and then you're going to end up doing all the work. If you have 10 customers and each one needs a blog post, and you're doing 1 blog post a month, and you're getting 1 blog post a month, or say 1 a week, maybe 1 a week per customer. Standard, maybe $50, $40, somewhere between $30 and $50 per article is pretty common. So that would be on the higher end, $200 for 4 articles. You can change this model. It doesn't have to be, blog posts. It could be YouTube videos, short form content, Instagram, TikTok, X, Meta. Pinterest, even Reddit, whatever, you can create an agency, but you have to know what to do. You have to know what you're doing. So check out the Rich and Niche video. He refers to Alex Hormozi's book. Check that book out as well. Address the skills that you know. I think Rich and Niche, or Rich UX, whatever he goes by now, his brand has two names, I've noticed. He goes by Rich UX and Rich and Niche. So whichever, you can find him either way. So once you go on his YouTube channel, I think that most recent lengthy video is like 2.5 hours long, and he teaches a lot in that video. I'm not even going to spoil any of it, so you can go in and watch it yourself. You can take what he teaches, you can apply a lot of that to another type of media. It doesn't have to be YouTube. He does make a point though. Making YouTube videos is very time consuming. Unlike, podcasting can be too if you edit. As we all know, I don't freaking edit, so for me it's not really too much of an issue. But I'm still here trying to provide value, and I want to talk about content that people seem to have an interest in. I'm not trying to provide a lot of fluff, but I think sometimes it's relevant to provide some like direction toward good resources. You guys all know that I'm like a huge Beheza fan. He has the Nonchalant podcast now. He's the 3rd episode in. I believe he also has his own branded e-commerce. I want to call it an agency. I don't know exactly what else I would call it. I'm pretty sure it's a software that searches for products. I'll talk about it more later on. I think he has, people who can build out sites and everything. I'm kind of diving in, at the end of this month into some different content. I've become part of a different Discord server, and so I'm, just kind of brainstorming on the fly right now, just, the stuff that I want to get into speaking about coming up. So, I'll delve more into these topics. I think by the time I will have posted this, I'll have finished talking about general SEO topics. We are definitely going to talk more about marketing and advertising through Google, mostly through Google Ads. I really want to talk about TikTok Shop. I really want to talk about it. It's going to take me a little bit, though, to organize. And then I also really want to talk about X, but I don't have a lot of experience with it yet. I've got a shop opening up shortly. I'm still putting the final touches on my planning. I'm literally one of those people who I'm like, I don't want to spend a cent with my store open without a direct plan going on. Like, I need it to be like solid. So everything's gonna be in the works, but I'm still working on it, guys. I'm still working on it. Take advantage of free trials. Take advantage of free trials. Rich and Niche right now has a free trial for 30 days for his class, for his course. 30 days, guys. That's a whole month. Those of you who have a goal, I don't know how many people I've talked to this year that have the goal of improving their finances. What better way to improve your finances by having your own income where you're not working a 9 to 5? Like, imagine if you had an agency or even like a small project where you're going to take 6 months, provide one service each month, the same service, just duplicate it. I mean, think about it. Even if you could make $100 in a month, what could you do that would make $100 that wouldn't be, I'm not saying wouldn't be no work, but that you already know how to do? What could you do? And if it's a digital skill, can you find people who need your help who will pay you to do that at a very reduced rate? You provide high quality, reduced rate work, and you hire out one or two other people and you pay them, say, 25%. Guys, some people in some countries, in the Philippines and other places, if you're making $100 and they're making $25, I mean, I'm just saying, that's what it is. People will work for that much money and you'll make 75 off of it. Think of that. You provide one item. You have one other person or two other people each provide one item. That's an extra $75 and an extra $75 just monthly for you. I mean, what could get you there? What could get you there? Is there anything that you would be confident that you could sell at $100? Or buy one, get one free? Sell it at, $100, but you're giving the first one away for free. Is your YouTube content creation skills, is it worth that much to you? How many videos could you create for someone else? Faceless content. How much would you charge? How many videos are worth $100 for you? How many blog posts are worth $100 for you? How many, marketing emails are worth $100 for you? Can you train someone else and edit their work and have them do 2 pieces of content for you during the same month for either one other person or for 2 other people? Can you do that? Does that sound impossible? I mean, where do you lose? Where do you lose money and time? Now, if you're using free trials and you've laid it all out, you might not really lose money that much. It depends where you want your landing page to be. If you're using a domain name, a lot of people use Instagram as a landing page. You can make a very good looking landing page off of Instagram with social proof. I mean, I'm pausing to give you time to think. I'm not going to talk you to death. And I'm talking for real. Like, I'm not just trying to put ideas in people's heads. If you don't try it, you'll never know if it's possible. Maybe it won't work. What if it does? What if it does? If you can make your first $100, you can make more than that. Is it hard? Mentally, It's hard in your head. You know, if you're a millennial, if you're Gen Alpha, if you're Gen Z, this stuff is in your blood. You already know how to do it. You already know how to do it. Do you not know how to do it? Do you not know how to write content, make content? Do you not know how to do it? You do it all the time anyways, right? Do you not know how to watch a tutorial and follow along and optimize something and get views? The last time you posted something on Instagram or TikTok, what got the most views? And I'm not talking necessarily only from people that you know. You know how to write or post something that's going to get organic traffic. We've all posted at least that one thing that got a whole bunch of views. And we were just doing it as a hobby. Maybe I was doing a kickflip on a skateboard. Maybe I was doing a board slide. Maybe I was playing X Games with my friends at Big Bear. Who knows? I was doing something. Maybe I just fixed some random glitch in some weird software, like some strange, black screen thing that shuts off on some video recording software, and I just teach somebody how to change it over so that you can see the video. If you've had the problem, someone else has had that problem. If you've posted a video that got a lot of views over a short amount of time and you weren't even sharing it with anybody and people just found you, and it's something that's not outdated. Now, some things I can think of things that I've posted that I'm it was maybe a laptop repair or something like that, where I'm I doubt anybody's rocking those laptops anymore. They're so old. Maybe they are, but they're probably not. The last people who are standing with those laptops, it's 15-year-old. It's a 15-year-old laptop by this point. I'm pretty sure most people don't have it anymore. The videos I probably made about my car that was 21 years old, there weren't that many of them on the road, and I don't have the car anymore, so I probably can't just keep creating content about that car. But we've all posted things. We've all posted something. Why not start there? Why not try to duplicate that? You already did it once. Can't you do it again? You already got views. You already got traffic once. Can't you do it again? Is it interesting enough to you that you could find a community of people? Discord, Twitch, gotta look up the name because I'm blanking again. Kick. There are a lot of these apps where they have communities of people that you can just engage with. They're already online. You can just engage with them. Communities of people who are learning things that you know. Communities of people that are just there wanting to engage about this stuff. And they want you to just talk about it. They want to hear people talk about it. They want to get motivated about it. They want to geek out on whatever it is that you have to say or whatever it is that you're doing. If you're changing the trucks on your skateboard, if you're rollerblading and learning different kind of freestyle or slalom in your garage because it's raining outside and you're rollerblading around your garage, learning new skills, learning to play guitar, doing martial arts. There's so many things that people know how to do that I've seen people, make some amazing content on. I'm really into Shotokan karate. I don't know it very well, but, it's one thing that I'm okay, I've dabbled in it enough that I kind of know some things. And, it took me a while to find things online. The first thing I would go to would be YouTube or books. And I'd go online, I'd watch people. There's this one guy, can't remember his name right now, but, I haven't watched his videos in a bit, but, he has a whole channel. And I think he's one of the only ones, at least the only young looking one, who has a whole channel of karate videos. of him teaching skills, how to make it so your toes are more flexible, different workouts, different exercises, you know, building up certain muscles, certain forms, you know. He's literally a teacher online for free. Now, he's built that brand up. You know, he's a black belt. He's built his brand up over time. Very valuable content. And, you know, he became a professional in something and he's able to teach it to other people. What are you a professional in? Did you go to school for something? If you did, you can tutor in that. It's not called, I don't think it's called, maybe it's still called university tutor, but it's not like it used to be, where you used to just be able to go on there and like people would choose you. Now you have to like talk to a representative and all this kind of stuff. But you could go on university tutor, see if you could get students. If you could get a student on there, you already have one review. Once you're done with that student, you're already a tutor. You can already find other people. A lot of us, most of us, have imposter syndrome, meaning that we don't put in the next steps because we don't think it's going to work. But it's not going to work. It's not going to work if we don't put in the steps, right? Too many people are afraid to fail. You know, one thing I can tell you is if you strategize and, you know, don't overextend yourself, you know, don't drop like hundreds of thousands of dollars in one day on a project that you're not certain on, and like start paying for all this stuff and like pay someone to build your website and pay somebody to do this and pay some other person to do that over there and start paying all these people to do all this stuff for you, and, you know, expecting that you're gonna, you know, find something, expecting that you're going to find something, you know, overnight, and you're going to start making a whole lot of cash. That's likely not gonna come out very profitable. You have to start slow. You have to start with what you know. That's why I say if you've already had something get a lot of traction, you already know how to do it. Even if you did it by accident, try it again. Duplicate it. You know, see why it is that people are clicking. Did you put more links in that, you know, description than you did the other ones? Maybe that's why they're clicking, because you put links, you know. Maybe it's the title. Maybe you're ranking for keywords. That's a big one. You know, you can naturally rank for keywords without even knowing it a lot of times. I've done that a lot. I'm surprised sometimes that I'm like, oh, like, this is going to create, you know, a lot of interest. People I know need to know this information, and people might not really care less. And then the boring stuff that everybody talks about all the time, everybody's going to click on it all the time. And it's like, I don't want to record about that all the time, you know? But you got to think about it. You know, the ball is in your court. Think it through. See where things go. And keep moving, you know? Take breaks if you need to. If you feel like you need to have brainstorming sessions. You know, if you get a little discouraged, if you get a little disappointed, you know, take a break. It's okay to take breaks. It's okay to brainstorm more, to think more. Sometimes that takes me, you know, sometimes it does take me a lot when I'm learning something. You know, I try to think about, you know, at the same time, like, or after I listen to something, okay, what could I implement on my own projects that I just heard from that person? Like, what would be the next steps for me in applying it to my own things? But all right, guys, don't give up. We're almost at that point of the year already. Mid-February is the time where people start giving up. You know, we're 3 weeks into January. the fourth week, the month is about to be over. Then we got 2 more weeks after that. So about 3 more weeks from this one, 3 to 4 more weeks, people are going to start hitting that, slow down, but that won't be you. That won't be you. You're going to keep strong. You're going to keep on your goals, whether it's a financial goal or a project goal or an educational goal or a career step kind of goal. Learning in this field online, digitally, is where it's at now. If you don't know these skills, you're going to get left behind. It's always good to know how to make money for yourself, so you don't have to rely on other people. It's always good to know how to make money for yourself. Even if it's not a lot of money, it's good to have something to fall back on. The hardest thing about working online is that everything changes so rapidly. But you can do it. You got to just keep doing it. And once you figure out a method, stay up to date, stay educated. Start slow. Start with what you know. Start slow and start with what you know. And build from there. Get some traction. See what's working. Keep on ranking. If you can do it on your own, you can help other people to do it, and you can teach other people to help other people to do it, and they could work for you. That's all it takes. There's plenty of people on Fiverr and Upwork and LinkedIn that hit me up on a very, very, very regular basis asking me, hey, do you need me to do this? Hey, do you need me to work for you to do this? I have not once reached out to anybody hardly to do anything for me. Just cold, I have people contacting me, and I keep them in mind. Usually they don't contact me when I need something, but if there's something I need, they're going to be the first person I contact, because they hit me up and they're like, hey, I know how to do this, would you want to hop on a call? Like, maybe I don't even hop on a call with them for like 2 or 3 months. Maybe it's not even till like a year. But because they reached out to me, at least I remember them. If you're hungry, that's the time you're going to go get it. If you're complacent, if you're comfortable, you're going to find every excuse in the world to not do it. But if you're hungry and you want it, that's when you're going to move, and that's when you're going to see the progress. I'm not saying you're going to make a whole lot of money. I'm just saying you'll at the very least learn. At the very least, you're going to learn. At the very, very least. That education of life, right? But I didn't want this to be too long. Just want to put in a post for today and stick with it.